3, 2, 1, go. Welcome to Grounds After Rounds.
Another episode, I think, the podcast people should listen to is probably Grounds After Rounds.
People should listen to Grounds After Rounds.
I think they should. I think they should get on it.
That's a good. I will come in at that point. Let's see where we are.
Okay.
Recording.
Oh, I thought.
No, I don't think we should include that other stuff. And if you people do, if listening audience do want to hear that other stuff that I just said, I don't think we should include that. You can subscribe to our non-existent Patreon account.
What was our Patreon account?
Yeah.
Patreon account.
No, it's for your safety and our sanity. We will not have that other stuff.
Yeah, you guys listen, whatever podcast. Just make sure this is on your like daily, weekly.
I was very
list.
grateful for some of we got some compliments.
That was cool,
from last
yeah.
week's. I didn't even think, when people that was a really good one. I was like, what did we say? What did we talk about?
We did the word association.
Association.
I have to go back and look like, what did we talk about in episode 2?
I appreciated Drew's compliment that he was arguing, which cracks me up. I could see him. He was arguing with the sound with us. And then we would cover the points. I thought that was like, okay, good. I'm glad we're not just sort of.
I mean, he took a breath and then heard what we had to say.
Yeah.
Before he made his decision.
Yeah. So I was.
Good.
Oh, right.
That's good. That's a good way to do it.
But that was very. That's actually my gratitude is to Shelly and Drew jump into the end. I'm eating my dessert first.
I think Joan did this too. Yeah, Shelly, Drew, Joan.
Joan did. Yes, you're right. You're right. She sent it to. I don't use that.
Of course, we need to get Joan on though. Has she not been on?
She has not, because
she's a tough schedule though.
The 5 times I've asked her, so I have asked her 5 times, and I can go back and look at my calendar.
I believe you.
It did not work in the schedule, and she had to bail. And so.
Oh, was it like she was on the calendar and had?
Yep. So, and she can disagree with me if she would.
So Joan has not been on, but not for lack of trying.
That is correct.
Yes.
On both sides.
On both sides
of the aisle. So yeah. I'm sure.
But it's like I'm going back. And I was like, she's not been on.
Get punched in the face for that one.
Well, it's so funny because I'm still thinking, it's like, yeah, I guess Joan hasn't been on, but it's like, but I'm sure it's like that's some people. I mean, we have it like this is when we can do it,
right?
And in the past we've had others it's like, we can't make this time, like we really can't. So
Mondays at 10:30, folks.
Yep.
Even though you're listening to this on Fridays.
At whatever times, or Saturdays,
or Monday, or
maybe
Tuesday.
You're listening to this. Maybe you're listening to Grounds After Rounds right now, but you're not listening to this episode because it's in the future. You're listening to last week's episode, today being January 31st. So
on February
4th, 5th,
7th.
5th is Saturday, right? So Monday the 7th. You're listening to this
at this time.
You're listening to the future in the past.
Yeah.
You're listening to the past in the future.
I'm that emoji. I'm the fit.
Yeah.
The head. Oh,
I think my flex capacitor is tingling just thinking about it.
I'm gonna get a posterior response.
From my flex capacitor. Hello.
Whoa. Hey now. What else are we gonna talk about?
Oh my gosh. Hey, did you hear about that thing that's coming up?
Oh, no.
That's a horrible thing. That was bad. Did you hey, CrossFit Open.
Oh, hey, the CrossFit Open's coming.
Less nuance.
Yeah,
less nuance.
Yes.
Hi, CrossFit Open.
Nuance is dangerous, Eric. We learn nothing from social media. We don't like nuance. Be black and white. Be very simple. Surface only. No nuance. The American public has no room in its life for the messiness of nuance and and the reality of life. We must be curated, clean, and simple. There you are, folks. That's what we were talking about.
There you go. Well, see you guys on the creek. All right. So the Open.
The Open.
February 24th.
Yeah.
Right. Thursday. Every time I say 24th, I'm like, I think it's the 24th. I'm just gonna roll with it.
It is. You're right. I'm super excited because it comes out 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we've got an hour to kind of watch it and get ready. And I think I am gonna plan on being here on Thursdays at 3. Because then you're gonna run it, or Soph's gonna run it, or Danny's gonna run it for the Beasts. And I was talking to Maddie about it. He's super excited because he was thinking about he would do it at night on Thursday with me, and I'm like, we're not doing it that way, but he's excited to do it. Are you going to run it on Fridays with the Beast again, or will you wait until Monday?
No, I figure I'll wait until Monday. I mean, I'll tell you, very rarely do the same people show up on Thursday. They do Friday.
So you could, and then have like an alternate if they did it on
that's what I'll
Thursday,
do.
and then everybody do it on Monday again, maybe, or
If
something.
they want to do it Monday,
Yeah.
I'll tell you, like, sometimes with the Beasts, we'll see what happens.
I'm intrigued. This is
them.
what we were going to talk about, but we're going to take some time on here anyway.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued to see how CAP handles it, because we were talking about this,
Right.
because CAP programming comes out Thursdays at 5:30,
come out?
5 o'clock, 5:30 usually. I get an email.
I think it comes out earlier than that, because I feel like
no, it doesn't. I get it Thursday.
you get the email, but that doesn't mean it's not on the site, because I take fee to camp at 1:30, and I think in the hour and a half I'm waiting for her, I'll look at next week's stuff. So I think I think the email comes out then, but I think by Thursday morning it's on the site.
Interesting. I'll check it this week, because what I would bet they do, because this would work out well, is that they won't release the week before the Open. We won't have a Friday workout programmed, because my guess will be what they'll do is they'll release the workout on Thursday, or they'll release CAP programming after 3 p.m.
Right.
After the workout is released, and then that will be Friday's workout for that week.
Right.
And then Mondays for the next week, and then again Fridays that next week.
I wonder, because you can't imagine they're not gonna release it and leave Friday blank, but then have the rest of the week planned out.
The other option they could do is they do that, and then they just leave Monday as the programmed open day. And then there's a workout program for Friday and Saturday. And then we as the gym have the option. We would probably just program the Open for Friday.
Oh, yeah.
And then for Monday.
So maybe they have the workouts. They have the week's workouts, but they say you can also do the Open here.
And then just move Fridays, what was programmed for Fridays, to Mondays as an alternative. Right. So I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
Because basically, so the way I look at it is, one thing HQ home office has tried to do is synchronize their efforts across their different cost centers or efforts. And so you've got the health initiative has a course which links up with the level 2, which links up with your programming, which links up with the main site, which links up with the Open, blah 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 blah. So they're becoming a platform that is synchronized across its different initiatives. And now even with the precision care coming online at some point, that all links were
clean.
So it's kind of a cool anti-Glassman approach to
it's
business.
It's just a much more it's streamlined. It wasn't Glassman's strength.
Well, in his mind, he did he was of the school which libertarians do one thing better than anybody else. Be the best at the one thing you can be the best at, which is what he did. And he said, I don't want to waste energy diversifying, because I've diversified within the thing that I'm awesome at. The other stuff, I don't want that. I don't want to be a part of that pie. If those things exist, they exist not because of me, but because they're of quality, and I don't need to quality assure them. They will last or they won't last. It's the libertarian free market approach. So he's not wrong in the historical review of stuff, but in the same token, what this approach is not wrong either.
Shelly, shout out. You need help? Do you need an extra arm?
We gave you a really good bag.
I know.
She's carrying everything outside of her bag.
You did.
Oh, that was awesome. All right, so we know what the equipment list is going to be for this thing called the Open.
We do, it's cool that they do that. It's cool that they do that I think, especially because there's a lot of people that do it in their garage.
You
don't have to play that guessing game of, I think it was good too. Remember the year the first dumbbells were first introduced, and then people were trying to find dumbbells. It's all right, cool. Not that shouldn't be an issue anymore.
No. Well, and the funny thing is, those people were morons because they never read the CrossFit Journal or paid attention. There have been dumbbells in CrossFit workouts since 2001. There was an article by Glassman about if you had $200, $300. What should you buy? And a dumbbell was one of the first things on there. And he even said, ditch the kettlebells. You can do more with a dumbbell than you can with a kettlebell. Everything you can do with a kettlebell, you can more or less do with a dumbbell. You can't do everything with a kettlebell that you can do with a dumbbell. And like the unit, Annie Sakamoto was quoted as saying she never even snatched a barbell for her first 18 months of doing CrossFit.
Yeah.
And she saw somebody do it. She's like, you can snatch a barbell? That's weird. No, you have to snatch a dumbbell. We do snatches with dumbbells. And then when she started using a barbell, she's like, oh my God, this is so easy because it's uniform across and And so, yeah. So shame on those people. Dude, we've talked about this. Yeah. People are going to complain no matter what.
It does not matter.
They just want to be unhappy.
Well, me being 6'2", I'm like, damn it, no wall balls or rowing? Are you kidding?
So let's go through the list. So
I have no chance of making the games now.
We've got dumbbells. Guys. Speaking of dumbbells, however, keynote, folks, single dumbbell. That's interesting. We'll get back to that. But there is a barbell, 45-35, bumper plates, and it says a standard bumper plates and collars. And if they go into more detail in the actual write-ups of this, but there's in the coaches or the judges course, there's a awkward or something movement clause. I forget what it's. Basically, here's the deal. They write the rules. They write them in a way that is the reasonable person standard, the reasonable expectation person. There's Duncan told me about this. There's like an actual legal thing of like, would a reasonable person be able to read this and understand what it means? They write it to that standard and it totally makes sense. Yeah. There are then dipshits, assholes, douchebags, troublemakers who will read this stuff and go, oh, well, it said standard, and if I do that, they will find ways to get around the expected standard expectation for something in them that lets them feel like they're getting away with something.
When people used a Cybex rower that one year over the concept,
or they figured out how to row slower on the C2 to circumvent the logarithm, blah, blah, blah. Like, you know what? If it's that important to you, have at it, right? Like if you want to be that difficult, best on you. Good job. When you get to an in-person competition, you're fucked, and everyone will know you're fucked, and they will laugh at you, and you will, this thing's rigged. She's like, no, it's not. No. You're an asshole, and you tried to circumvent the system, and you got caught. Yeah. So
not cool, dude.
Yeah,
we'll do that.
Last thing time I checked, this is about your fitness, and it's about having some fun, and it's about reasonable expectations. So standard bumper plates, they're bumper plates. Don't overthink it. Keep it simple. It's a box that is 20 and 24 inches. They said that you need that 16 by 16 thing or whatever. Again, that's so that people that have the slanted side ones or whatever. But what
like 16 by 16.
The top needs it. There was like I read in the rules. There it is. At least a 15 by 15 inch top surface. Gotcha. My guess is so that.
Oh, like the ones you had that
that come up.
Make sure that those are.
Again, I'm thinking we will probably have to be stepping over the box or maybe jumping over the box or something so that like there's something about that allows it may be because of the movement that's in it or something. Who knows? Yeah. And we'll get back. Like I said, we'll get back to it. Rings. I smell muscle.
Only for adaptive though. Rings are only for adaptive.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Good catch. See, that's why he's so damn smart. So we will not be doing ring muscle ups.
Nope. But there might be bar muscle ups.
A pull-up bar. My glasses. Pull-up bar that allows for all common hanging movements and kipping. And if you take the judges course, you'll know that common movements include pull-ups, chest to bar pull-ups, bar muscle ups, toes to bar, plyo box. We already talked about that one. A jump rope.
You guys need us to explain a jump rope? If so, let's talk about, we have this wonderful thing called foundations that maybe you should head back. Yeah.
I'm drinking hot water. That's why I'm a little fired up, calling people assholes.
It's better than being in hot water.
You know, I probably am now calling people bad names.
It's always better to be pissed off than pissed on. It's all about perspective.
Unless you get stung by a jellyfish, and
then you want to be pissed on. Yeah. But I'd be pissed off at that jellyfish.
Yeah. So key things that seem to be missing from the equipment list, my friend.
So
what jumps out at you first?
As we mentioned, so the wall ball and the rower.
Yes.
But we did not have a rower last year either.
Correct.
So like that wasn't a
in the
huge shock.
Yeah, it showed up in the quarterfinals.
The wall ball were there wall balls last year? I don't think there were.
There were not wall balls in the open, no.
But I think they
the
told
wall
us
balls showed up in the quarterfinals.
Right. So I don't even remember now. I don't remember. I don't think they put out an equipment list unless they said for the at-home version you need this. I don't remember.
No, we could go back and look, but I don't think there were. And so I look at this. This can be done. I have all of this stuff in my garage. All of this can be done. Oh, and there was wall space.
Wall space.
I missed that wall space, and they designed it on the picture graphically. They don't say it here how much wall space. Yeah.
Essentially, if you had like this rig that we have out.
Yeah, that's 9 feet tall. So it looks like wall space to be able to do some sort of handstand, push up, walk, something, whatever, wall walk, something.
Yeah.
This is doable in a room that is a normal standard room in your basement, in your garage. Right. Because if you are not able to come to an affiliate and do this for, if you have now, how many days? 30 some, not even 20 some.
20.
What are we down to?
20. So tomorrow's the 1st.
Countdown.
Oh yeah.
24 days, 3 hours, 5 minutes, and 41 seconds.
And this is from Monday. You're listening to some Friday.
Yeah.
So subtract it.
20 days.
Yeah.
Less than 3 weeks. You may be screwed in the sense of being able to get some stuff from Amazon, but you could probably still parcel together all this stuff for a house.
Yeah.
And you could do it on your own. Film yourself, submit it. You don't need to be anywhere special to be able to do the open. That is in line with CrossFit's on being as inclusive as possible.
Yeah.
Come to an affiliate. It's more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's way more fun.
So no wall balls, no rowers. I think that is glorious, but everything comes at a cost. We did the box step ups today on Monday. Also now you're listening to this on Friday. And it was the first time we've seen 16-inch and 20-inch for the girls and guys, for the women and the men. And I laughed because if somebody, an athlete like Therese, who comes in at 30 now, crush that, right? And she's like, yeah, I've never done 16-inch step ups. And she was great. She was moving so fast.
Yeah.
And, made the 20-inch for me. It was like, wow, my knees don't hurt. I can actually step up on this. Just means you get to go faster. So be wary when things get simplified. Single dumbbell. Are we going to have alternating hang dumbbell cleans? Are we going to have overhead dumbbell squats?
Right.
Haven't had those before.
Dumbbell snatches have showed up.
We've shown those before. Are we going to have dumbbell squat snatches? Right. So less equipment means more variety in the movements that we've seen. And if they're lower weights, lower heights, it just means you have to move faster to get more work done, to break yourself higher up into the standings, which means it's less of a question of skill or capacity, not capacity, skill or technique or strength. And it's just who's willing to hurt the most to get the most points. That's here and here, folks. And sometimes that's worse.
I say that the open is always like, there's always like,
I pointed to my head and my heart, by the way.
Yes. Great band, by the way. The head and the heart. Like there is usually some sort of strength element, like how heavy can you get? But it's always been that, like, again, how much you're willing to hurt to get to that point.
Yeah.
And like, and if you, even that, I think there was the one, I don't think we retested it. It was the dumbbell squat, burpee over dumbbell. And then you had to find the max.
We redid that for the mini camp.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what.
So fun. That one was
like,
so fun.
But that was like, hey, if you want to save yourself for that lift, like, because everyone have the opportunity to lift, you could save yourself for that lift, but you're gonna really like hurt yourself again in the standings from a. It's not gonna matter.
Well, actually, that one was structured.
Oh no, that's right.
You had to finish because it time capped at 12.
Right, that's right.
It was a 12-minute time cap regardless.
That's right, because that would have been the same as the one when they tweaked from 15.1.
That's how he tweaked it.
That's right. Yeah. So you had 12 minutes, and you could take all 12 minutes. Like you
and
could
never get to the barbell
and never get to the
You just
barbell.
didn't get a score.
Yep.
Yeah. So it was this list. And so I was thinking about it today with
Because wasn't it too though, the faster you got it done, the more rest you got before the barbell?
Yeah,
Because it wasn't immediately in. Yeah.
No, it was. There was no rest before after. You did not get to do
So
the
as soon
barbell.
as you finished, you had X amount of time.
There was
Right.
2-part workout. You have 12
Okay.
minutes to complete, 1 to 10 dumbbell squats
Right.
and burpees over the bar,
Right.
burpees over the dumbbell.
Burpee over the dumbbell.
With whatever time is remaining in the 12 minutes, you can set a 1 rep max.
That's what it
clean.
was. Okay. The whole workout was 12, but it had
Mhm.
2 parts. Got
Uh-huh.
it. That's right.
Yeah.
That was a fun.
And when he announced it, Dave looked at everybody and said, "We fixed the glitch."
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Because it was
right.
the year after the one where it was the toe to bar something thing,
Yeah.
and then the snatch, the 1 rep max snatch or clean and jerk or
Yeah.
something. I forget. Yeah, it was 16. That was no, it was 18.
It was 15. It was 15.1.
That was
and
15,
15.1.
and then this was 6. This was an 18.
Yeah.
So, which I still think 18 was one of the worst years, but like I did so
Yeah.
like it was so hard, but it was such a well-programmed year.
I think 16 the year that they you had to build like the heavy, I can't remember, was it a heavy clean and jerk, heavy squat clean, but you had to do the toes to bar and dubs first.
Yes,
And
yes.
then it was like
Dan Bailey did it in the garage with BKG.
right. And you had like, I think you had like time, you had like checkpoints you
Yep.
had to hit if you wanted to
Yep.
keep going.
Yep.
And so as it got heavier, but you still had all this work you had to do.
Yeah, that one was great with the
Yeah.
buy-in. It was very similar to like there was a chest to bar pull-up one with the snatches,
Mhm. Yeah.
which was a good one too.
Yeah.
So I'm intrigued to see if we'll ever know if these workouts that we get for the open are all what Dave programmed before he was let go.
I'm getting the
If they're
vibe
going
that
to
they
adapt
are.
them,
Yeah.
if they're going to change them.
Mhm.
You know, we'll see, and
Yeah.
we'll never know unless they tell us. Either way,
We can guess till the cows come home.
and we said we didn't want to
Not many
guess what the
counts.
workouts are going to be because it doesn't really matter. It's going to be fitness, folks. It's
Yeah.
going to be pulley, pushing, squatting, couplets and triplets, probably a short, medium, and a long domain. I think we can probably expect a double
Mhm.
because 4 workouts, 4 events, 4 scores break out that top 10%, which is the whole point of the open, is who gets to move on to the next stage. Looking at this, give me your favorite one that you could foresee us redoing, and one that you are like, yes, we will not be seeing that one again.
So the first one that I immediately think, yes, we won't do that again because we've already done it twice, is the dumbbell snatch burpee box jump over that
Agreed.
they repeated
Agreed.
last year.
Yeah. Whew.
So right out of the gate. And I can also say anything thruster rowing will not be in there.
That's
Anything thruster
that's
rowing.
exactly mine too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Um,
And I've not even secretly, I'm just openly happy that the wall ball will not be
Yeah.
in, and we'll have to suffer through that in the quarterfinal for those of us that maybe make it to the next stage.
yeah. From one that I wouldn't mind seeing a repeat. I'm trying to think of what ones we've done. So there was, I can't remember what it was. I feel like there was one, but it was double dumbbell. It was the first time dumbbells. It was dumbbell. I feel like it was dumbbell cleans and dubs and pull-ups or
I
something
think
like that.
no. I think you're right, and I think it was a single.
Was it?
It was like 4 on one side.
Oh, yeah, to alternate.
4 on the other side.
Yeah.
And
So-
it might have been thrusters, but it wasn't. We've never had a single dumbbell arm.
Or maybe
thruster, I
like
think.
one round was cleans and then another round was like.
No, I
something
think your
else.
instincts is right. and
Okay.
We should have probably done some homework,
Yeah.
some prep work, but I think you nailed it. I think it was 35 dubs or 30 dubs
Something
or
like
something.
that,
It was
yeah.
and they were weird numbers. Now I gotta look. So
Yeah.
you talk, keep the people entertained. You're so fun. I love working.
So
with you.
if I can think of things I would love to see with a single dumbbell bicep curls. So if that doesn't show up, I'm thinking post-open workouts, we're going to throw in some bicep curls. One of my favorite things to do on a rig sometimes is just lean against it when I'm tired. So I would love to see that in the open. I'm going to go there. Barbells, come on. Any sort of weightlifting.
double.
But so what I do think is if there is like the repeat, if it is the dumbbell cleans,
Maybe it was
I think the
18.
barbell will look, I think we'll see, I wonder if we'll see a heavy snatch because We did not. Last year was the heavy clean and jerk.
So it's 18.1. I'm telling you, 18 was a good freaking year. It was actually, it might have been the year that it was all dumbbells. It was a dumbbell hang clean and jerk. I knew we went overhead.
Okay.
20-minute AMRAP, 8 toes to bar. Oh, that had the row in it. Never mind. This was the row one. Dang it, I'm confounding movements.
Check 16. I think it was 16.
I looked at 16 and yeah. Oh, you might be right. You might be right.
Because I feel like I remember doing it.
Oh my God, that's that was the overhead lunge one.
But that was the
toe to
barbell overhead walking lunge with the burpees over bar.
I'm trying to remember. Like I did this one with John. What is this one?
I
John
feel like
judged me for one of them. 16 did not
John
have
who?
O'Neill. 16 didn't have any dumbbells. I'm thinking
maybe was it 7? Check 17 then. Because I feel like I remember doing it at TrueCore. And I only did one open at TrueCore because it was later that year.
That's a double dumbbell.
We started
that's
this.
A barbell. That's a barbell.
We opened Fairwinds.
And that's I bet you we see this again. The 10 rounds for time, 9 thrusters, 35 double unders, maybe.
I could see that.
I don't want to see that one again.
I know.
Though we all saw it they repeated at the games, but it was heavier or something.
So I guess I'll say that'll be I don't want to see it repeated.
This is the one I don't want. It's the 15 minutes, the 19 wall ball shots, 19 calorie row. Oh, because I did it here. We were here and my screen crapped out.
So I got
like a minute and a half in. And I remember you and Andy and whoever, there was one, maybe Matt was here too. Not my son, Matt Barola. And all of you guys were like, oh my God. And I'm like, it's okay, guys. It's okay.
And you were, how far in were you though?
I was a good 90. I was I had moved into the next, I moved into my second round.
Yeah.
So it was
you
kind
weren't
of like
halfway through the workout.
Right.
Yeah.
It was a nice little rehearsal round.
Yeah.
There it is. So, we could totally see that one. 200-foot dumbbell overhead lunge, 50 dumbbell box step ups, 50 strict.
Oh yeah.
And it was the single dumbbell.
Yeah.
So we haven't seen that one before. Or we have repeated that one. 19.3 did repeat because I remember doing the handstand walks a second time and getting further the second time we did it. I don't know. I'm telling you that it's that single arm dumbbell clean and jerk one that I remember. And that though had a row, not dubs. But I know which one you're talking about. It had dubs, toe to bar, and some sort of, I think it was double dumbbell thrusters. It was only 4 of them.
Yeah. It was a weird rep scheme.
Is that 20 maybe? 20 was the weird year because it was.
Was that the one in the fall?
Mm-hmm. Here it is. Yep. 4 dumbbell thrusters, 6 toes to bar, 24 dubs. And it was a double set of 50 dumbbells. So that's what I said. We're conflagrating the toe to bar, clean and jerk dumbbell row with this one. For me, I'm conflagrating with the toe to bar dubs and the double dumbbell thruster.
Yeah.
So if you guys if you're still with us, ladies and gentlemen,
maybe you're searching too.
Yeah. This is the stuff that would be kind of fun. This is what makes this whole part of the year fun, is because you look at it and you kind of figure out like what can and what can't. And then I feel like folks like Brian Friend and the other guys at Morning Chalk Up and the Barbend articles, like people will write pretty good articles on all the things that are possible. Yeah. But in the end, it's all just a guessing game and none of it really matters.
Yeah.
If you've been doing CrossFit consistently for the last year and you've been chasing your weaknesses and you've been putting in a little bit of extra time or even not extra time, just doing the warm-ups, sticking around, doing the mobility and the, the cash outs, even if you got stranded at home because of schedule, but you still stayed consistent with Off the Creek and, had it in the gym once or twice a week. If you've been doing functional movements at high intensity 4 to 6 times a week,
46, but there's only 7 days in a week.
Yeah, good point. Lots of doubles and triples.
Yeah.
And you've been eating responsibly, meat, vegetables, nuts, seeds, some fruit, little starch, no sugar, in quantities that maintain your body composition or maintain your energy levels and not retain excess body fat. You're going to do fine in the open no matter what comes out. I just coached 2 classes today of dumbbell double dumbbell step overs, which there would only be one if it was
Right.
something in the work, if it was in the open, and dumbbell push presses, and people crushed it.
Yeah.
Right. There is nothing complicated about that workout. It is as simple as you can make something.
Yeah.
It is just about fitness.
Yep.
And people did great.
That's all it
And
is.
that to me is a testament. 24 now, 20 days out, less than 3
Yeah.
weeks out from the open. We got a community of folks who are going to do just fine.
Yeah.
But it's so fun to
Yeah.
guess.
I'll say in the open too, like it's again, if you're one of those people that are on the fence about the open, like you're right. It's just about fitness. It's just about doing the workouts. And they're simple. Like they're elegant and simple, I guess. And so yeah, there's nothing you're gonna see in the open that you haven't done before.
Oh, this would be kind of a cool one to redo. 15-minute 9 deadlifts, 12 push-ups, 15 box jumps.
Yeah, isn't that one like people's like backs?
It was hand release push-ups back. That was 2011. This was one of the first
Okay, I didn't do that
workouts.
one.
Yeah.
I feel like when did I start? 14? I don't know. How long have I been doing this? I don't even know anymore. There was one I remember. Yeah, I feel like it was deadlift.
We still never repeated 7 minutes of burpees.
do that. Would they?
Oh, such a great workout.
Yeah.
That is such a great event because again, there ain't nothing complicated about it. It is just how much are you willing? Right around 3 minutes, you go, oh no, I'm not even halfway, and my legs
My body's
are
well over
tingling.
halfway.
And then it's okay, I want to hold this pace. You hit the 5 minute mark, and like, I'm not kidding, I almost crapped my pants.
Yeah.
Like I had to hold that to squeeze.
Because you see, like, I feel like anytime you see 2 minutes left, you're like 2 minutes, like 2 minutes. You can go, you can do anything for 2 minutes.
But I was like, oh my God. Yeah. That one, and there was this last year, the snatch burpee one, the most pain of any workout.
That's the one. Yeah, I remember the first time you did that. That's one of my like images I have of Jack in my brain, that one day when, I don't know, aliens probe me, that'll be one that like pops in of Jack just laying on the ground, like almost like head hanging out of the bay door.
Yeah, I can't
feel my hands.
I was in
can't
so
feel my
much
hands.
pain because we had prepped so long
Yeah.
for that open that year.
Yeah.
And I went for it. And I went for that. Like I did every workout that year like that. And I did them all twice.
That's when you were doing ComTrain,
Yep,
like pretty.
Yep. That was my first year in the 40s, and I wanted the
Yeah.
top 200. I missed it by 4
God,
spots.
You went after that one. I remember when you tried it the second time.
I didn't even finish.
No,
I
you
did
were.
it in blue and gold. Andy and I did it at blue and gold. We only did 2 workouts at Old Bay. Well, TrueCore at that point. We did that one, and then we did the next one, which was
That's what you told me, yeah, because you
the
said
toes to bar and something. And Andy and I both were like,
Yeah.
we're done. It wasn't worth the logistics.
I remember you were a few minutes in and you were just like, there's no way. I can't go fast. There was no way.
So I wanted to pick up like 35 to 40 seconds,
Yeah.
which ironically would have put me in the top 200. I did the
Right.
math on it, but I was holding that pace and I didn't finish the round of 30.
Yeah.
My back was fired up, like, because we had never done that many. I did not do dumbbell snatches very often.
No,
But now, like, I beat my time by almost 40 seconds this last year when we redid it.
Yeah.
And I was a mess in the last round, the 50s. So it's just interesting. Fitness is it's such a fun confluence of mostly mental
Yeah.
and a little bit of physical, but you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you can do anything for 15 to 20 minutes if you're willing to really push it.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's what the open is.
That's
So
what
I
it
love
is.
this equipment list.
Yeah.
I'm super excited. I think they continue as an organization, CrossFit does, to offer an opportunity for so many people to test the methodology that the home office continues to stand true to, and the measurable, observable, repeatable aspect of it, that I would challenge people to find an organization that has as succinct and clear of a messaging that offers as many opportunities for as many outside person, people, entities, whatever, to test its methodology and to tell them how to do it better.
Yeah.
And 99.9% of the time they come back and they don't have a way.
Yeah.
So in a sense, like they are constantly like, we're open source. Come, please show us a better way to make somebody fitter when you define fitness as the ability to move large loads long distance quickly.
Yeah. That
your work capacity is a clear correlate of your fitness, and that's how we measure it, and that's what we're calling fitness. Give me a better way to do it, and we will 100% write a book and train our trainers that way.
Yeah.
And they're going on almost 25 years and they haven't had somebody yet to do it.
No.
So I think that, and now they're simplifying it.
Yeah.
You're doing it with even less.
Doing it even less. Yeah. I think it gets to, it's so true. Like I think with CAT programming and even with WUWO, like how, and you look at all, I don't know, you look at all these other programs. I mean, ComTrain was good, but I feel like even ComTrain to a point where it's like it did, and maybe you dug into it deeper than I did, but I do feel like CAP and even WUWO kept it even more simple.
CAP and WUWO are GPP focused.
Yeah.
ComTrain is competitor, CrossFit, sport of fitness focused.
Yeah.
So you make sacrifices on certain things, like unless you have a very high probability of a thing showing up in the open, you're not going to see it on ComTrain. You're not going to see rope climbs a whole lot on ComTrain. You're not going to see Echo Bike a whole lot. If it's on there for conditioning purposes as like accessory work.
Yeah.
But the primary stuff is barbells, dumbbells, burpees, double unders, like, and it ends up becoming repetitive, but repetitive in a way that you build capacity across that 7 to 17-ish minute time domain. So it's still CrossFit. It's still general physical preparedness across a slightly narrower scope of tests. And it really works.
Yeah.
I mean, I ComTrain, man, if you're looking to improve your performance in the open at the expense of a life, then give ComTrain, because they take 75 minutes to 2 hours.
Expensive a life.
You do not have time to mess around and do a bunch of other stuff. You are not going to be taking classes with people. You are not going to be feeling great by Friday and Saturday most days. You will probably have an elbow or shoulder injury. You will most definitely be sore in your knees and your shins, and you are going to feel like, an athlete, a collegiate professional level athlete by the time you're ready to be in the open. You can work
at a high level, but it's at a cost.
Performance comes at a cost at that level. And it is not GPP. CAP and WUWO, as you just said, are so much better at GPP. I haven't felt this good. And from a performance standpoint, I have never performed as well as I did as 2017. That was the best I've done ever.
Right.
The next year was the worst because I was still burned out.
Right.
And then it slowly got back to where even last year at the top of my age group was the next best I've ever done.
Nice.
And I was like, that's fascinating.
Yeah.
I did it every workout once, except I messed around with the adaptive and the whatever. And it goes to show that spending an hour to an hour and 15 minutes a day, moving well, once or twice a week at super high intensity, the rest of the time, shut that shit down, be at 60-65%, and eat well, relatively well. I still gotta eat like an asshole on the weekends.
That's okay. The insies, the good insies outweigh the bad insies.
Garbage in, garbage out. I feel like somebody wrote a blog post about that.
Do we know anyone who writes blog posts?
I don't know. But yeah, man, this is fun. It was a good topic. I hope I didn't
that was good. Yeah, we got the equipment list, and here's some things you can play with.
I'll tell you what, folks, it'd be interesting to hear your opinions on the workout you are most excited not to be able to see because that piece of equipment is not on the equipment list.
Yeah.
And the workout you would be most excited to see repeated, even if it's one that they did in the past, and then like you modified it with a dumbbell or that one. Actually, I would love to see that, the toe to bar, clean and jerk. I just screwed it up again.
Under?
But it was rowing.
Yeah.
It was toe to bar, clean and jerk, single dumbbell, and then rowing.
Yeah.
Replace the rowing with dubs. I think that would be a cool, that'd be a cool like mashup modified. Yeah. And then have that lead into maybe like a heavy barbell complex.
So because I wonder if it gets to a point too where like they're repeating so and so, but they're tweaking it.
Yeah.
But it's still like the same stimulus to an extent.
Because that would be when Castor released the little teaser, little preview, and you saw what's his face, Cowboy Sweeney.
Oh yeah. What it said? Yeah, he had jump
grips,
rope.
Okay. He had rope. I didn't see a barbell or any dumbbell or anything, and you could tell that the bar had been shocked. So he was clearly using the pull-up bar for something.
Not during warm-ups. Cool.
But he had grips still on.
Yeah, he had his grips on.
So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So dubs and pulls of some sort. Maybe.
Burpee bar muscle ups.
So again, high-end gymnastics movement, you can only move so quickly through those.
Yeah.
So as that is no longer a test of capacity for 99.9% of the population. That is a test of skill.
Yeah.
And it would be doubtful. I would doubt that we would see something like that in the open.
Yeah.
Because the open is 99% about testing capacity. I need to see who I can whittle out and get you to the top 10% for the bottom of that pyramid.
Yeah.
I can't test your nutrition, but if you do abide by the general protocol, your nutrition will manifest as improved cardiovascular respiratory endurance. So that can be tested with gymnastics and monostructural movement and a little bit of weightlifting. And that's, if you look at the open, that's what the open is. It's the middle of the pyramid. It's a manifestation of good training and good habits across the year. And sport isn't yet tested, meaning I'm not going to throw at you new movements that you've never seen before. That's for the games.
Yeah. Cool.
This was also part of the mini camp if you ever care to, take that if we ever offer it again.
That was fun.
So
You had a good little following there.
It was. I say that as I loved Ed, Matt, Jules, and Robert were a ton of fun. Yeah. That was a great little that was a great group. There's nothing little about them. That's a pretty big dude. It was so funny. He got like the immediate Popeye forearms and his little like not even little, but his bicep being popped out. And he's like, Jesus. I'm like, that's awesome. I looked over at Mike. I was like, Mike always looks like that though. Yeah. I couldn't even tell he'd done anything.
That's how Mike looks when he takes his jacket off. He got a pump driving here today. Awesome.
All right, let's end this before we get in trouble.
Yes.
And do something stupid.
Who knows?
You got a joke?
Oh, man, I had I was thinking about it earlier. Do you have a joke?
I don't.
Damn it.
I can't remember them.
I'm going to cheat today. Oh, I thought one. I'm not even going to pretend like I thought of one. Hang on. There's one I heard the other day and I was like, oh, I got to share that one. Because Trevor sent it to me, Trevor Fox.
That was the old Foxy.
He's doing all right.
T-Fox.
He mostly just sends me jokes.
I thought you were going to say something else. You watch Succession? You don't watch Succession either. Yeah. It's good radio.
I know, this is so good.
It's almost as good as us trying to find workouts.
I'm just gonna read this one right here.
Okay.
Hey, what's the most effective way to remember your wife's birthday?
Forget it once and she'll tell you or something.
Forget it once.
Yeah. Which is very true. 16 candles.
I'll tell you, I'm good with our anniversary and birthday. I've always been good, but it throws, since Fees is so close to Meg's, now it throws me off. Fees is July 15th, Meg's is the 18th, and now sometimes I'm like, wait, which one's is which? Totally threw me off. Way to go. And then Everett's, I barely remember. It's October or something. Something.
Nothing's going on in October.
Who knows?
That's the dead time of the year. It's before Halloween. It's kind of like before the craziness of the holidays kicks into full gear.
Right.
Yeah.
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 Go fall. It'll be a good time for a party.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
All right, folks.
All right.
Thanks for joining us. We will see you
On the creek.